Hello YouTube. What you're taking a look at is the Crypto. This is a non-restricted rifle for us Canadians who had our AR-15s banned in 2020. Now this is not an AR-15, though it looks and uses the same parts. It's technically not an AR-15, and I'll show you why. It uses these 5-round, double-ended 5-round proprietary magazines. Now, if I'll show you the difference between this and a standard Stanag magazine, I have this extra ridge here. I guess you have a couple of ridges here that interface these two openings here. And that's what makes this magazine fit and this one not fit. It's a pretty clever workaround. I'm not sure long term how foolproof this is, knowing the RCMP, but I do think it's an interesting addition to our dwindling supply of black rifles in Canada. Now this rifle obviously serves the purpose of being, a replacement for your AR-15, but it also serves as a hunting rifle because it, under the law, is non-restricted with an 18-inch barrel, of course, 18.5 inches. And previously AR-15s were not legal for hunting, regardless of barrel length. They were restricted by name. Which is ridiculous, obviously, but this would have been, in my opinion, a needed rifle for the Canadian market, regardless of Bill C-21. And Bill C-21, if you're not aware, classifies which rifles in Canada can be sold by certain criteria. And one of them is it has to be originally designed with no more than a 5-round magazine. So the original design of this rifle was, post C-21, therefore it had to use this magazine. Now, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not gonna give you advice, but it is legal to modify the magazine well of a gun, or modify a gun to accept any type of magazine. So we're already seeing people do this. However, you are voiding your warranty, of course, by dremeling all of that open. So I'll take a closer look and I'll show you the inside, how it comes apart and why it differentiates from an AR-15. So here we got the upper and the lower separated, and as you can see, we have, I believe, the proper placement for the rear pin here. However, the front, and I think there is a slight design change in the rear, and that is to make sure the gun can't be easily converted to full auto. So I believe the inside here looks different than a typical lower, but the pin placement seems to look normal. The front, however, uses these two dowels, and they go inside the little holes here in the upper, making this lower not compatible with any AR-15 upper, and this upper not compatible with any AR-15 lower. In terms of quality, I do want to say this doesn't seem like a bad quality rifle per se. It does feel honestly like a budget AR-15. It's not an AR-15, but you know what I'm saying. It feels like a budget modern rifle, and it is you can tell by the finish. It's got that kind of purple finish to it. I've seen that on Colts, I think, old Colt AR-15s. But I believe the process they use to finish most modern sporting rifles is advanced years beyond this. I would say, in Canada, we are extremely limited in our options now. The Raven is really the only thing that fulfills this niche of AR-15 replacement gun. Everything else really is an AR-180, and I think that, it does fill that niche in terms of it's more ergonomic, but it is not the same direct impingement system. It is a piston system, and it's prone to all the failures we have in all these AR-180s in Canada. I think everyone knows what I'm talking about. If you've owned a WK-180 or a BCL, they have countless issues. And, the thing that you're like counting on, at least with this system, is like a proven design of the upper and the lower. One more thing. This gun does come with 6 magazines, and they are all double-ended. So these, being counted, of course, are 5-round magazines, which is pathetic, but you're getting 6 of them, so you're kind of getting 12. And that comes at a purchase price of $2,000, which is like, it's just so expensive for an AR. But like, I gotta say, it's made in Canada. It's made with Canadian wages and Canadian labor, and that's the kind of price we have to pay for a gun made in Canada, and not a gun made in Turkey or China, right? Wherever it's coming from. So I do think it's a consideration. I think the biggest draw for this rifle for me personally is just that it's non-restricted. Whether AR-15s were illegal again or not, I wouldn't want to buy an AR-15 if I could buy the same thing in a non-restricted status, obviously. So I still think this fulfills that need and will serve a purpose even if the AR-15 ban is reversed. So yeah, with that being said, I still would buy it if you're interested, because better now than never, and it's still going to be in your safe even if it's banned. So see ya.